Stop trying to change your behavior. Stop trying to change the results. You feel like you're constantly hitting a wall, right? You read the self-help books, you set goals on January 1st, and then nothing sticks. By February, you're back to the same habits, the same frustration. Here's the secret. Most advice out there is focused on the fruit when you need to fix the roots. If you feel like you're trying to be productive but nothing works, then you need to stop, because you are probably climbing the ladder of success, but it might be leaning against the wrong wall. Today, we are fixing that wall. We're digging into Stephen Covey's masterpiece, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This isn't just a book summary. This is the operating manual for success that lasts. Stay until the end, because the 7th and final habit is the single most important action you can take to make all the others work. This extraordinary book was written by Stephen R. Covey, a world-renowned leadership expert. It is a global phenomenon, sold in more than 50 languages, and is one of the most popular business and self-help books of all time. Millions of lives and countless organizations have benefited by following the principles of this book. Therefore, this is not just a book, it is a proven map to success. Before we get to habit number 1, we need to talk about what Covey calls paradigms. Think of a paradigm as the lens through which you see the world, your personal map. Here's the thing about your map. The way you see the world is not the way the world is, but the way you are conditioned to see it. We all have these maps, and we seldom question them. We just assume our view is reality. If you have a map that says, "Success is only for the lucky," that map will dictate your attitude and your behavior. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you want a quantum change in your life, a massive leap forward, you don't change your attitude, you change the map. You change the lens. This is the entire foundation. The second foundation piece is the P-PC balance. Think of the story of the goose that laid the golden egg. P is for production, the golden eggs, your results, your income, your grades. PC is for production capacity, the goose, your health, your skills, your relationships. Most people kill the goose to get more eggs. They pull all-nighters, they burn out, they neglect their health. True effectiveness is the balance. You must take care of the asset that produces the results. If you're realizing your own map might be wrong, take 2 seconds and hit the like button below. That simple click tells YouTube this video is worth sharing, and it really helps us out. The first 3 habits are the private victory. They are all about winning inside your own head, because private victories precede public victories. Habit 1, be proactive. This is the core of human freedom. We are often told we are victims of determinism, genetic, psychic, or environmental. Covey says, between what happens to you, the stimulus, and your response to it is your freedom to choose that response. The proactive person doesn't blame the weather. They carry their own weather with them. They are value-driven, not feeling-driven. They focus on their circle of influence, the things they can do something about, rather than the circle of concern, things you worry about. Reactive people worry about the circle of concern, and their influence shrinks. Proactive people work in the circle of influence, and their influence grows. The difference is obsessively checking the news versus quietly learning a new skill. Habit 2 is the most powerful personal leadership tool. Begin with the end in mind. It's based on the principle that all things are created twice. Mental creation, physical creation. If you're building a house, you don't start hammering nails immediately. You draw the blueprints. Yet, how many people try to build a life without ever drawing the blueprints? The funeral test. Imagine your own funeral. What do you want people to say about you? That image, that desired outcome becomes your mission statement. It's your compass that tells you if you are climbing the ladder against the right wall. Management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right things. Habit 2 is about leadership. It determines the wall. If the funeral test just hit you hard, let me know in the comments. What is one word you want people to use to describe you at the end of your life? Let's share some powerful goals. Habit 3 is the physical creation. It's management, the efficient execution of the things you decided were the right things in habit 2. Put first things first. The biggest trap in productivity is confusing urgent with important. Covey gives us the time management matrix. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. You have to do this, but living here is stressful. Quadrant 3, urgent and not important. The illusion of importance. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. The sweet spot is quadrant 2, important and not urgent. Planning, new opportunities, relationship building, sharpening the saw. These are the things that give you a huge payoff later, but they are easy to postpone. Proactive people live in quadrant 2. They organize their lives around their quadrant 2 priorities and then fit the sand around them. You simply cannot think efficiency with people. You think effectiveness. The next 3 habits are the public victory. They move you from independence to interdependence, the ability to work successfully with others. Habit 4 is think win-win. This is not about being nice or compromising. It is a frame of mind that constantly seeks a mutual benefit in all human interactions. It's based on the idea that there is enough for everyone. When one person wins and the other loses, the relationship is damaged. The emotional bank account suffers a withdrawal. The goal is to keep making deposits, to show courtesy, kindness, and commitment to the other person. Win-win is the highest form of interaction because it's the only way to build long-term trust and sustainable relationships. This is often called the most powerful relationship habit. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Think of a doctor. Would you trust a doctor who prescribes medication after only hearing your symptoms for 10 seconds? Of course not. A good doctor will diagnose before they prescribe. Yet we do this all the time in conversations. We listen with the intent to reply, not with the intent to understand. Covey calls this empathic listening. It means listening with your ears, your eyes, and your heart. You're listening to understand their feeling, their paradigm, and their reality. You literally put yourself in their shoes. Only once you have genuinely understood the other person's perspective do you earn the right to share your own. This is a game changer in negotiations, conflicts, and family life. Habit 6 is synergize. Synergy is when the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. It's the idea that 1 + 1 = 3 or 10 or 100. It is the highest form of the public victory. It's not compromise, where 1 + 1 = 1.5. Compromise means you both give up something. Synergy means you value the differences in people. You don't tolerate them, you celebrate them. When you bring 2 different perspectives together, you don't pick one or the other. You create a brand new solution that is better than either idea alone. It requires the security of habit 1 and the vision of habit 2 to succeed. It's about being teachable and open to new ways of seeing the world. Finally, we come to habit 7, sharpen the saw. This is the habit of self-renewal. Remember the PPC balance? This is the PC, the production capacity, the goose. Imagine a woodcutter sawing for hours with a dull blade. When asked to stop and sharpen the saw, he replies, "I can't. I'm too busy sawing." This is us when we work ourselves into the ground. Habit 7 is your daily maintenance in 4 key areas: physical, exercise, nutrition, and rest; mental, reading, planning, visualization, and learning new skills; spiritual, meditation, prayer, connecting with nature and aligning your life with your values; social, emotional, making deposits in the emotional bank accounts of others. Habit 7 is the habit that makes all the other 6 possible. It keeps your saw sharp so you can cut faster, work smarter, and live longer. The 7 habits are not a checklist. They are an integrated system designed to move you from dependence to independence to interdependence. Your life is not determined by circumstances. It is determined by your response to those circumstances. And that response is born from your paradigms. Start with 1. Be proactive. What is the one thing in your life you can stop complaining about and start doing something about right now. If this video opened your eyes to a new way of seeing the world, do two things for me. Subscribe right now so you don't miss our next deep dive into life-changing books. Share this video with one person who you know is tired of running on the hamster wheel. Thank you for watching, and I hope you start fixing your own map today. We'll see you in the next video.